People genuinely just love to lie. And it's so bizarre, and it's always the most pointless, stupid lies as well. You know, this isn't even that deep, and I'm not even that pressed about it, although it sounds like I'm pressed about it because I'm making a YouTube video about it. Actually, I am pressed about it. I'm having a bad week. I just want to... Everybody this week. Posted a TikTok video yesterday promoting my brand new song. No controversy, just literally me promoting my song. And one of the first comments that was left on it was this. Now, fair enough, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not saying that I have to be your favourite artist of all time. You are allowed to prefer other artists over me, of course. But it was the comment that followed that just had me like... Because what do you mean? I have never said this, ever. I don't even know, like, I know who Mac Miller is, but I, honestly, apart from that song that he did with Ariana Grande, like years and years and years ago, I think it's called The Way, which I actually like that song. I think that song's pretty good. I have never listened to Mac Miller's music, and I certainly do not use the word trash. Trash. I'm from Lancashire, love. We say it's bloody rubbish. I don't say it's trash. Anyway, it's not that deep. Just wanted to clear that up. But it just got me thinking about people who lie about pointless things for no reason at all. And I was sat thinking about it, and I remembered this girl that I went to school with, right? And I'm just going to call her Jane for the purpose of this video. She actually had a very weird name, but we'll just call her Jane. I'm thinking Jane because I'm on series 2 of Stranger Things, which actually took a while for me to get into watching it. I tried to watch it like 3 times before and I could never get into it, but stick with it if you're feeling the same, because it actually does get very good. And I know there's all the drama going on with like Lily Allen and David Harbour, and we're going off on a tangent again. So anyway, back onto the story. I went to school with Jane, and when we were in year 7, 8, 9, I was in like a friend group with her, and I remember we went on a school trip to a theme park in Blackpool, Lancashire, England, called Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and I was sat next to her on the coach back, and she was telling me, I cannot remember how we got onto this conversation, but she ended up telling me about this like really traumatic thing that happened in her life. She said she had this twin sister who had unfortunately passed away. It was either at birth or before birth, and she didn't know about the fact she had a twin sister until she found ultrasounds under her mum's bed. Anyway, it was like a really devastating story, and I was about 11 or something. I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to say. So I was probably just like, that's really terrible, I'm really sorry. Not in those words. Sorry, it's not funny. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at me. I don't know what, I'm nervous laugh because it's a awkward, sad topic. I was probably just like, I'm really sorry, that's really sad. So I, being 11 or whatever, told all of my other friends, of course, naughty. But then it turned out it wasn't even true, so I have nothing to feel guilty about. She had basically gone and told every single girl in this friendship group something completely different about this sister. She told me the story that she did. She told somebody else the sister passed away in a car crash with the nanny aged 4. She told someone else the sister was alive and living in Spain with, God knows, I think a father or something, and she was 15. She just literally spun stories and told everybody a different version. Was it weird and odd? Well, yes. Were the family weird and odd? Well, yes. It probably came from somewhere in the family, didn't it? It could have come from like not getting enough attention or neglect or whatever. This girl was just lying for the sake of lying, honestly. And it didn't just stop there either. She came to my house once, and she told me that her dad owned the Taj Mahal, which he obviously didn't. She told someone else that her auntie owned some castle, some massive famous castle that Harry Potter was filmed in, which she obviously didn't. And she said her auntie was like the Duchess of something. She came to my house once and she told my mum that her dad was like a world-class surgeon, and my mum was like, oh cool, where did he get his medical degree? And she went, he doesn't have a medical degree. Girl, what? So we joked for years that her dad was just this amateur backstreet surgeon. Like, do you guys remember the game Amateur Surgeon? And it's a guy who cuts people open with pizza cutters and shit. Very strange behaviour. Why do I meet all the oddbods? Anyway, just wanted to get that story off my chest. You know, I meet people every single day who tell me that they are the Prime Minister of India, and they tell me that they are a very important political figure in Australia. As you can imagine, when you sing on the street for a living, you meet some crackpots, you really do. If you followed me on Instagram or TikTok for a good while, you will know this. And I complain about them. They do my head in at the time, but it gives me some good stuff to talk about. It gives me some good videos to make, and I try and see them as a silver lining, apart from the one that robbed from me today. That was not great. Basically was singing today, and a guy walked up. I think he was like a homeless guy. He walked up and I hate when they do this. He pretended to put money in my busking bag, but I saw him, instead of actually putting it in, he like scooped a coin out, and he'd walked off before I even processed what had happened. Because it's happened before where I've thought someone was stealing and they actually weren't, and they were putting money in, and I've gone down the mic, "Oi, excuse me," and then they actually didn't steal at all. So and it was so embarrassing. So I am really apprehensive to call people out now. I don't get stolen from a lot. It happens. It's only ever happened a few times. This was, I think, maybe the third or fourth time ever, and I've been doing this job for about 4 to 5 years now. So it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I'm just apprehensive to call it out, because in case I've got the situation wrong. But I did actually see very clearly him scoop money out today. So he kind of like, he scooped it, he took a few steps, and then I went, "Excuse me, can you put that back in?" Just kept walking, didn't even turn his head or acknowledge it. And then I went, "That's all right, I've got the footage, I'm going to hand it to the police." Embarrassed myself down the microphone in a different way. And of course, he didn't care, he just walked off. You know, I think some of these people who live like that they actually don't care about being caught by the police, because a lot of them would rather have a nice warm cell for the night. And that's the sad truth of it. You know, they do what they have to survive, and they're wily. This is what I was saying on live stream today, and it wasn't much. It was like £1 or a couple of coins, but it was the principle of it, not the amount. Anyway, so we walked off. I thought that was the end of it, and then some guy came over, some other guy, and he was like, "Which one was it?" And I said, "Oh, it's just him in the hood over there." And this guy actually ran after him, and he came back about 5 minutes later. The second guy, not the thief, came back, and he was like, "I've just got your money back for you. There you go." Put it in my case. And I said, "Oh my God, you absolute legend." I said, "You didn't need to do that. It was literally £1, but it was, I was just mad because it was the principle of it." And he was like, "Yeah, I know, it's about the principle, isn't it? So I've got it back for you." Got it back off him. And I was like, what an absolute star. I said, "You're good." I said, "You're due some good bloody karma, thank you." And off he went, and I got my money back. Anyway, I am due to go for a meal with my mum, so I'm going to stop rambling on and just end this video here. But if you are new to my channel and you've enjoyed my little rant/story time today, and you'd like to find me on my other platforms, I will put them all below in the description. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell to turn notifications on as well. Also, I'm probably just being hypercritical, but it's driving me mad editing this, because I'm like editing it as I go. It's driving me mad, all my mouth noises coming through the mic, but I just can't seem to get rid of them. I don't know, it must just be an uber sensitive mic that I'm using. My expensive mic got stolen, so I'm using a cheaper one now. It must be like quite sensitive and not great. So I apologise if there was icky mouth noises through this video. It's probably just me that noticed them, but if you did notice them and it really made you feel sick, then it made me feel sick too. Okay, thanks, bye.